Today we're going to go out and we're going to do some walleye fishing, and it looks like it's going to be an unbelievable day today on the water. We got a south wind, which is good, 5 to 10 mile an hour winds. Temps are going to be in the mid to low 80s, so pretty good. Waves 0.2, 0.1, swells not too bad. Overall, a pretty good day. And the plan is we're going to go out of Sandusky, and I need to go all the way over to, I think it's just off of Vermilion. It's a little bit of a trip this morning. That's where the walleye actually are today. First thing we're going to do this morning, we're going to wash the worms. I haven't done this in a previous video. I've mentioned it a couple of times. It's so you don't get dirt all over your boat. Let's get the worms washed. Now, I know it's a little bit late in the season to be using worms. I got to use these things up. I bought this new container, so watch another video on this. I got it specifically this size because I bought these cooling packs and they fit perfectly right down on the bottom. And the reason you want to do that is you want to keep the worms cool, because otherwise the heat will definitely nuke them. And then you take some paper towels and you just wet them a little bit. You don't want them drenched, but you want them wet. And you put them in here, the first one, stick that right on top of that cool pack. Then you take the worms. The wife hates this, by the way. Now you want to make sure you don't freeze your worms. So you definitely have to put those wet paper towels on top of that cool pack, because otherwise they will freeze your worms. But you want them cool. You don't want them to get hot in the sun, because that's going to ruin your day for sure. So then you just give them a little rinse, stick them on there. Once you finish doing the worms, put another wet paper towel on top of them with a cool pack on top. Hey everyone, we're down here at the boat. I'm just waiting for it to get a little bit more light out. So the sun's just coming up over there, enough for us to get going. It's right around 6 o'clock in the morning. Full sun up is at like 6:30, but we've got enough light out where I can see to head out and be safe. You can see right there, there's Cedar Point in the morning, all lit up. Always like seeing that. As soon as I get out of this no wake zone, we'll be underway. All right, folks, we're out here on Lake Erie. You'll notice that it's broad daylight now. It's actually evening. There was a snafu the other morning coming out here, so I didn't really record anything after the sunrise and the footage coming out of the marina. But we're gonna try to get it done this evening, and let's see if we can catch some fish. All right, we're gonna navigate to the first place. It's way over here. It's 362, I know that one. Navigate to, go to. It should ask me to engage the trolling motor. The answer is yes. Turn the prop on. And we'll put the prop probably about 7. We also have to engage the trolling mode on the trolling motor to get us moving. Make sure the back there is set up. Hit enter to go into trolling mode. And let's see what that gets us. It's pretty calm out, so I'm probably going to have to juice this quite a bit on the speed to get us up to what we need to be. Lots and lots of good marks down there. Oh my goodness. Now I changed the settings on my sonar, so I can say, all right, we're down there about 35, 34 to 42 feet. So I got one dipsy diver today. So dipsy diver, let's say we're going to put that down to 34 feet. So on a 3 setting, using the precision trolling, we're going to do about 112 maybe. All right, folks, so again, this is how I wrap them. It just comes straight off. I've got what's called an arrowhead blade on there. That was catching some fish the other day, so we're going to keep that on. Make sure that you're at a 3 setting. And again, on these extending poles, you want to make sure you extend them out. Set the true trip. All right, we're good there. It's pretty calm, so yesterday or the other day I had it set pretty tight. So we're actually going to loosen it up a little bit. We'll see how that goes. So we reel it up anywhere close to a foot or so. Make sure you reset your counter. Let out the dipsy. Make sure again it's planing away from the boat. And then set your clicker. Oh, I hope I didn't trip it. And we said we're going to put it out to about 110, 112. Now the reason that the distances are a lot longer is because we're using 30-pound braid. Remember, those charts that you get on the back that look like a square, those are based on 20-pound mono. Ah, shit, I let it go to a 111, so let's see if it sticks. Yeah, that looks good. We're at 238, 259. We're gonna bump that up a little bit and go a little faster. We wanna try to be at least 2.5 or more. All right, so the next one I'm gonna get down is a Jet 50. Oh, the wife's got one over here already, so let's get that going. Now that one's a Jet 40. So let's take a look on the chart here, see where the fish are. Yeah, they're right about 34 feet. So we want to go anywhere from 30, let's say 32. That looks like it's tripped.
It is?
Yep, reel it in. Can you turn the clicker off, Ben? It's this button right here. The fish?
I think so.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Yeah. They came up because there was a struggle and they fell in the top.
So this is how you deploy a Jet 40. Oh yeah, we're at 30 feet, so we're gonna do 77. You reel it up to about a foot from the tip.
Mm-hmm.
Then you make sure this is reset.
Mm-hmm.
Then you click this down.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just start letting it out the back.
That's what I was doing.
Yep. That's different for the dipsy though. All right, so then you put your clicker on and you put it in the rod holder and lock it in. And when that gets to 77, you click this up, okay? All right, so this is what you don't want to do on the reel. You see how the reel is out past the locking mechanism? Not good. That could have fell right out. All right, we're checking our speed here and we're still going kind of slow. All right, so I'm just gonna do heading hold here. And what that means is I pointed the motor there in the front in a particular direction and I can tweak the heading hold a certain number of degrees and it'll hold us there. We're still marking plenty of fish, but we're still going pretty slow. So I need to bump that up. We want to be between 2.5 and 2.7, and right now we're at 2.2. Oh, we got tripped over here. That might, well, so when I say we get tripped, the bend of the rod, you see how it's flatter than it normally is? So when you set that dipsy, it's bent pretty hard. Now, my guess is it got tripped when I made that turn back there to go from the end point to the heading hold, which is probably what happened here, because I'm not feeling the fish, which means when you make a turn, it pulls on the dipsy diver and your true trips, those little levers, it pulls on them a lot harder, and so you end up prematurely tripping the device, and that just means you got to reel it in and reset it. And again, when you're setting this dipsy out and you already have a jet down like this, you want to make sure that's planing out away from the boat, or that hook will catch this line and then you'll get into a giant tangle. So definitely watch that whenever you're putting these out. All right, so here's what it looks like. You see how that rod's bent? The angle of it? If it starts to flatten out, it either tripped for a fish or it just tripped because
that one's not bent like that.
Because that's a jet.
Oh.
And that's a Jet 40, so it's not going to pull on the rod as much. And this one here is a Jet 50, so it's got a little bit more pull to it, but not much.
Okay, so then how will I know? Like,
you're gonna see the tip of that rod doing this. Boom, 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 like banging if there's a fish on there. Let's do this. Since this in here, I normally put this on the inside. Let's just put this middle one down kind of at a similar angle. But what we'll do is we'll move this rod back and try not to trip it. It's probably gonna trip it. But you gotta be real super careful, because you're literally pulling it back. Oh, I did it. So now you can see, just because of the way the angle that I have this one going more towards the back of the boat, it doesn't have as big of a bend on the rod.
That's a pretty big bend to me.
Right, that means that it's set. If you see a change in that bend and it comes flatter or starts banging like this, that's a fish. All right, because the idea of that lever is when a fish hits it, it'll pull it out and flatten the rod out, and then that means that there's a fish on there. So we'll just fish in the middle one here for that one today. Oh my goodness, tons and tons of fish down there. Tons. Look at that. Lots of fish. So on the Dipsy, I've got it set at 98, which is going to get us to 30 foot. I'm going to go down to 32, and on the chart there it says 105. So the way you do that is you can put your thumb on here and then you release it and you just kind of monitor it, because you're not going very far and you don't want to trip it. All right, and that'll lower it down just a few more feet. See if that can trigger something. So here's something else we can try. Let's do this. A lot of people talk about this S turn. So you can see I got a heading here of 250. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a port side turn. And so I'm gonna go 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 degrees to port. And so that's gonna make a turn in this direction. And we'll go that way for a little bit, and then we'll make a 10 degrees turn back. And sometimes that'll trigger bites, gives it a little bit of additional action in the water. We'll try different things today, but that's one of the techniques we can do to see if we can trigger them.
How do you turn that off again?
On the side, there's a little button right here. Just push it up. This button right here, babe. Push it up. Look.
Ah.
All right, so to trip this, the way it works is you got to give it a little tug and you'll feel it release, and then you can reel it in. All right, you got to get the grass off of it. All right, the other thing you'll notice, look babe, don't reel it in all the way to the top. I have a bead there that'll protect the eye, but in general, don't reel it in. Pull it out. She's got a bite over here. You got to keep it up high. There you go, reel. Feel him? Same thing as before, I still don't have the net ready. You feel them on there?
No, this is what I felt on that first one, and then it popped off.
Yeah. All right, we don't know what she's got yet, but we'll see you in a minute. Well, you did have it out to 100, so.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, this is a sign.
He's pulling.
Oh, good. You actually let it out. This will help us to say whether we drop them down lower, right? Because the other ones I have set at 30, you were down, like down towards the bottom.
I don't think he's that.
Oh, that's a walleye. That's a walleye, babe. It's a good one. Yep, it's a good one. All right, just bring it, surf them in here. Back up, back up. Got him. Nice one, dear. That is a nice walleye. Wow, look at that. All right, we're gonna mark that for sure. All right, let me get the pliers here. Oh, he already came off.
Yeah, it was actually in his bin. Oh, sugar snap.
Yeah, that's what they do. All right, let's see how big he is. We know he's a keeper. 21. Excellent. Oh, he's peeing everywhere. Gotta turn the live well on and get the hose out. So Lori draws first blood today. Excellent. No problem with that. I got it. All right, so do exactly the same thing. Reset your counter, okay, and let it out to 100 again. Do exactly what you did before, because I'm gonna let mine down deeper now. I think she's on again. We'll have to look at what blade she has, because what spoon she has, because that's probably the difference here. I think it's chicken wing. Don't reel as fast. Just take a nice steady reel. You fighting?
He's fighting.
And that's a Mr. Sheephead. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Well, you got to bring them up here.
Well, yeah, but I don't
All right, stop. Look, you reeled it all the way up to the top again.
All right.
No, don't do that. Now you're gonna have to back up. There you go.
That one is not an ugly sheep. That would be nice looking dish.
You don't want to eat them though.
No, but
All right, reset that back to 100 like you had before. So this is a funny thing too. You'll note, Lori's caught a couple fish on the starboard side, and when we take the grandkids out or some friends out, you'll have this happen where the fish are coming on one side versus the other, and everybody's like, I want to fish on the starboard side. Well, that's not really how it works, because they're all going towards the back of the boat here. All right, so this has been a point of challenge here, just learning how to do this with these cradle locking from Cisco. So the way you pull this out, I'm not going to do it because it'll trip it, but you flip this open and you lift it up like this, and then you just pull it out. It'll come right out. What you're trying to do is pull it out this way like a tube and pull it up. You don't have to do that. With a cradle, you just literally pull it up like this and it'll come out. All right. And so that's the good thing with these is, if this was a tube, you would have to go all the way out like this and then come all the way back in.
right.
And you don't have to do that with these. Okay?
And make sure it's nestled in here, not up there.
Yeah, I already recorded that over there, babe.
Yeah.
All right, so I saw a strike on this Dipsy. It may not have tripped it, but I saw a pretty good strike on it. I'm gonna reel it in. I don't think there's a fish on it, but it definitely got hit. Yeah, I don't feel anything on there. But that was a hit for sure. And you always want to check these every once in a while, because sometimes you'll be dragging a fish, even a little one, and that's exactly what happened. I can see here, I saw that little hit, and yep, caught a baby walleye, it looks like. No, he's just gonna get taken right off. But see, that was a small enough hit that I saw on the tip there. And I'll tell you right now, for you to pick up a little fish like that, you get a sixth sense for this stuff whenever you see it. When it happens, you just got to get these little guys off and get them back in the water. Because you're not going to catch anything if you got that on there. All right, you're tripped on your side, babe. You got a bite.
Now it is. I've been watching it.
Nope. Lori's got another one, of course. Keep that rod up. Feel them on there?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's definitely jerking.
She's out fishing the hell out of me today.
Well, I just think it's the side. I bet you if you came on this side.
No. I think they're going after the blade, the chicken wing.
Then I'll switch you up.
You gotta become more cutthroat with this. I'm catching babies over here and you're catching the fish. All right, let's see if it's something we want to have for dinner tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's a walleye. All right, just back up.
I know, because I don't want to bring it all the way up.
All right, no, just keep reeling. Keep reeling. Keep reeling. I got a longer net now, so I can get them. Keep reeling. Got him. Look at that, babe. Got another one. That's another nice one. Look at that. All right, let me go over here and mark it real quick. All right, we're marked.
Got him?
Yep. Wow, that one's bigger than the last one.
He just came right off the hook.
21. Nice one, babe. Uh-oh.
You need the pliers.
For what?
Like,
All right, let me see.
lodged in the net.
All right, let me see.
Trying to do it without like getting my finger.
Oh, that's in the fabric there.
Yeah.
I see it. All right, hold on. I'm not getting my hand involved with that. This is where you break the damn hook kind of situation.
Yeah.
All right. All right, got that out. That's the kind of shit you deal with out here when you're catching fish. I don't have that problem today because I haven't caught anything that would even remotely qualify for something like that. All right, since the fish aren't biting on my side, I don't think you can see it on the camera, but Cedar Point's right there. It's kind of hazy over there on the horizon a little bit. And there's the sunset. It's 7:28, sunset's at 8:30. So we got a little ways to go yet. Just enjoying the day out here on the lake. Not fishing for anything in particular, but we do want to have a fish fry tomorrow. So the two that we got in the live well, those are the prime candidates for that. This never gets old. See the trolling motor over here doing its thing. If you haven't watched some of the previous videos, the way I use this trolling motor, it's like a forward rudder. And so when I set it to heading hold or on a particular route, it will keep the front of the boat pointed in that direction. And I set the prop speed depending on how the waves are doing and how well it keeps us on course. And then I use the main motor on the back for the propulsion. Now I can use this primarily for the propulsion, but it's got to be pretty calm out here to do it. I could probably do it today, but it's not that bad out. But yeah, we're using the combination of the back motor and in trolling mode, and the trolling motor goes forward rudder. I also did a video on this clamp. This thing has been awesome addition to keeping everything stable. And so we have a shorter one coming here so that it'll fit a little bit more vertical. That's coming on Monday. I'll have a video coming out about that here in a couple of days. All right, got a hit on the Jet 50. And Lori's got a hit on hers. So we'll see what's going on. This feels like a walleye, but not very big.
Let's see, this is bigger. Mine's a damn sweet pet. I'm so mad. Go watch, there's one on the damn.
Oh, mine's a walleye. All right. This is where this longer net comes in. There's a keeper. Yeah, baby. Mark that. Okay, let me get this out of the net. That's a walleye. Hold on, babe. Hold on.
I know.
I'm just gonna.
It's big enough.
It's all right. We'll figure it out in the net.
Ready?
Yeah.
That was big enough, huh?
I don't know. Gotta watch. I didn't take my hook out. So we got 2 fish in the boat. Oh, I think that's big enough.
Yeah.
See if you can unhook him.
I got it.
I'll get this unhooked. All right, hold on.
I got it. Oh. Got it.
All right, let's check mine. He's 17, so he's good. Here, hold on. Watch out. All right, let him go. Yeah, let him go.
This is taking that little.
No, don't push on it. Just hold it. There you go. All right, let's see what we got here, babe. Ow, ow, ow. 16.
What was yours?
18.
Yeah.
All right. That was a little burst of activity there. So I don't know if you noticed, but that time I started to use these grips, my hands are getting tore up and sliced by the walleye this year. So as much as I made fun to Aiden about using the pliers, I think I'm in agreement with him. All right, as usual, Lori's on again.
I got it off.
No, he didn't. You got a little dinky walleye.
Oh.
Look at that. That's all right. Don't reel it up all the way.
I know, you said at least a foot. Oh, little
Yeah,
guy.
bring him over here. We'll get him back in the water real quick.
Hurry. Back in.
All right, got a hit on the dipsy on the outside here. This is that arrowhead blade, arrowhead spoon. Can't tell yet. Doesn't feel like a sheephead for sure. Oh, that's a walleye, babe. Get the net. Stick it way out. Oh, here, I'll bring him in. Good job, babe. Isn't that easier being able to put it farther out?
Yeah.
Compared to the other net? Very nice. No, 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 no. Here, back up. You don't mess with him out there, because if he flips out of the net, he's back in the lake.
Oh, yeah.
Right, you always... Oh, watch out. Let me get him here. See, he's off the net. He might be borderline. Can you excuse me, babe? Nope, he's 17. That was... I don't know if you remember trying to net with the old one, but that extra 2 feet on the net makes a big difference. All right, we got a few more minutes to go here before we got to make a run for it. So what you do is you let this out all the way down like this until it's about right here with the reel. Okay, click it. All right, now this is where you can store these with the blade on them, just like I did before. So what you do is you take the blade, put it on like this, okay, and then you wrap around the bottom like so. Okay, keep wrapping. And then when you get to about right there, okay, you reel, and you see how it draws this up like this?
Yeah.
So now what you can do is you take that wrap.
This?
No, this one.
This?
Yep.
Here?
Down lower. You want it mainly around the hook. All right, now the way I did it here, you're gonna get both, okay, which is okay. All right, and then you just start pressing on the Velcro, okay, and getting it all situated.
And then this up here.
And then what I do is with this, is you take this, because this is gonna come out and get all bungled. So what I do is, the Velcro is right there. So you take this and wrap it on like so, and then you just come up, make sure it's tight. Just bring it around, bring it around, bring it around, and secure it. See, and that keeps everything nice and tight. And then you can put these up here, and they don't get all tangled in the wind. To wrap this one up, so that was a jet diver wrap, okay? For a dipsy diver like this, it's kind of the same deal. But on a dipsy diver, let me show you. You want it up a little higher like this, because you're not going to be able to wrap that thing in the plastic. So on a dipsy diver, instead of bringing it down to the reel, you want to bring it up to about right, I'd say about right there, okay? And then what you do is, it's basically the same kind of process. You take your spoon, put it on here, and then you wrap, just like you did on the other one. Now the difference on the dipsy diver is you have that snubber, that rubber piece. All right, so you want the dipsy diver above where this is. Give it a little crank to tighten it up. Put this over your hook and that snubber, and then get it.
Snubber?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
It's a snubber.
this rubber part right here is called a snubber.
Snubber.
Yeah, and then it's the same kind of thing. All right, you just take this here, tighten it down, and wrap it. And that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Sorry for the snafu the other day with the coming out in the morning, but I think we got it done today. I think we ended up with, what, 5 or 6? 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Something like that. Between the two of us trolling out here. Hope you enjoyed the little banter back and forth, but and learned a few things. We'll see you on the next one.